Okay, so my favorite move, active move for opening up the front of the hips. It's a great one. Step forward, lunge, put your knee back down on a soft roller. The soft roller does not have to be there. You can do this from the floor. Scissor your legs in your lunge. So what I mean by that is to stabilize your pelvis and your sacroiliac joints. They're shallow dish joints. They're only meant to move about 2 to 5 millimeters. So you don't want those to be really mobile. You want them to be very stable. So to do that, use your hip for a rudder for the knee. You take the outside of the knee and kind of just think about, I refer to it as zipping. Zip up the energy from the outside of the knee to the hip on the forward leg. This kind of hugs this leg back. Instead of it being forward, it pulls it back. And then hug your legs towards an imaginary center line. So you stabilize the pelvis here. Try to keep your ribs, the bowl of, or the cage of your ribs right over the bowl of the pelvis. So if you stack pelvis over ribs, that's a great startup point. I like to use a mat on this one so I can grab my sticky mat with the ball of the foot and pull it back. So we all know typical lunges where you go up, down, up, down. This is not that, okay? We're trying to take out the extension from the lower back and put it into the front of the hip. So to do that, we have to hug in, stabilize, scissor, and then grab your the ball of the foot with your sticky mat or whatever surface it's into. Just grab the floor with it and just release the knee and extend the leg straight back. So I'm not going up. So just imagine there's a block or something on your head. Stay down, stay low. Just release the leg from the back. You might see there's a little bit of shaking going on. That just means that I'm releasing a lot of energy from the front of the body, so don't even worry about that when that happens. You're squeezing the glute. When you squeeze the glute, it creates a boundary for the front of the hip. Okay, we'll do a few more here. If you feel like this is super hard, you're doing it just right. Good, just a few more here. Keep the legs hugging in, scissoring in. You're hugging front to back and side to side at the same time. You might want to check for glute amnesia. So you want your glutes to be fired up here. You could keep your thumb on them. You want them to lift up like a little melon into your thumb. And then lower down. Just two more. One. I mean, you could do this all day long if you really want to, but two is probably enough for you to get this. One more time. If you go really slowly on the return, I often find I'll feel more on that than the other way. I'm going to switch to the second side, just a demo without the roller. Come all the way to the ground, come into the lunge, scissor front to back, hug in side to side, grab the sticky mat with the ball of the foot, pay attention to the setup, it matters. And then from here, don't go up, just go straight back with the back leg. And then bring it down slowly. Land it on the floor if you can. Try to think about if you had an egg that you're trying not to break when you land. So you lift and extend the leg, and then you come down. For some people at first, the leg won't even lift up. Okay, so just start to plant the seed, just imagine it. You could just hug in, or you could back up to a wall or a surface that you could actually press into. That might help you. And then you could press your foot into that surface or into the wall to help you come up a little bit, and then you'd push the heel into the wall or the surface and then come back down. So that might be your starting point. Check that one out. Like, do that one on the daily, especially after you've been sitting and your psoas and your hip, front of the hip is in a short, tight position. Usually we sit all day, then we go to the office and then we sit, then we get on cycles or bikes and a lot of our exercises, shortening and tightening this, and then we go to sleep and we're like this. So all day this gets short and tight. Your body really needs this one. It's hard, but it's worth it, okay? It's tough love. You can do this. I love you.